Hello and welcome to Business Reporter, and today I'm talking to blockchain startup Pilar about cryptocurrencies and why the technology underpins them and how it can protect our privacy. Good morning.
Good morning, Alistair.
First of all, tell us exactly what is a crypto wallet.
Right, so we can compare it to the banking system where you have an account and you might have a sort code. You give me your account number and I can send you money. But I can't get money out of your account because you have a password, you have the credentials, and I don't. And it's the same with a wallet. So on the blockchain, there are thousands and thousands of computers that store the blockchain. But if I have some cryptocurrency like a Bitcoin or Ether, I have an address on that blockchain and I have the password. So if I give you the address, you can send me Ether or Bitcoin or something, and then I have it. You can't get it out. It goes one way, and that address is actually a wallet. What makes it a wallet is that I have the key to it, so I control it. Okay. Now there are lots of programs. You can get them for your phone, on your browser, and those give you control of that address and password pair. And that gets rid of the banking system. That's what's magic about a wallet. You own your assets, your cryptocurrencies, your crypto assets, whatever they may be, but there's no banking system involved. It's all decentralized. That's what's exciting about the blockchain.
But at the moment, we feel fairly secure with the current system. We have, passwords. There's all sorts of ways where we can secure our accounts. So what's so different and so safe about this system?
For starters, about $500 billion of value gets hacked and stolen from central servers, from data centers every year. And the more data centers concentrate value, which is the more money that's stored on a bank's server, the more of a target they are. So some people have been a victim of identity theft, and some people have had money stolen from institutions. Also, it's expensive. So now we're on a new playing field where we can do things faster, better, safer, and cheaper. And that's what the blockchain represents.
Some people might say, but that's fine. You claim it's that much more secure. You claim it's that much better. But, what's the reality? How can you win over people's confidence that it is that much better?
And we've all heard of hacks of exchanges and drug deals and drug money and dark net people using the blockchain. So there's a lot of rumors, and there's certainly some in the past of blockchain. But this blockchain revolution is really a new way to use information and value, to do transactions in a way that's faster, better, and cheaper. So we're going to do that. It's going to be, in 10 years, it'll just be built into many things, very much like the internet. Today, we have about 10 million wallets that people are using, and it's really the early days. But in the future, next 5 to 10 years, there'll be hundreds of millions of wallets, and you'll probably have some on your phone that you won't even know. But it will not be centralized. It'll be person to person. So for example, if you want to loan me money, or I want to borrow money from someone, all that can be done person to person now without a central server in the middle. So we're not concentrating the value anymore. We call it atomizing the value. That means you hold your assets, I hold my assets. It's every bit as hard to crack or to hack into, but there isn't concentration. So we're not putting billions and billions of dollars in one place.
We're all very familiar with the current system and how it works and how we transact. How does it work with the cryptocurrencies in the wallet? Give me an example of it in action that I can understand.
Sure. I mean, it's hard right now because we're in the early days. So this is a normal crypto wallet, and it involves cutting and pasting addresses with long numbers and digits, and you can get it wrong, and you can not know what's going on because the blockchain doesn't tell you much. And so the goal of there are many entrepreneurs now at the forefront of blockchain whose goal is just to make it easier, simpler. So it looks kind of boring, like PayPal or Venmo, but it's decentralized and it's cheaper, better, and faster.
Tell me a little bit more about Pilar. Where do you fit in? What is it that you're doing that's different to anything else that's around?
Sure. So Pilar is building a different kind of wallet, and it's going to be right here on your phone. And because the phone is safer than on a website where people get phished all the time. People get sent emails that say, go to this website, and it looks similar, but it's not quite the same. So the phone is a good place, is a good platform. And our wallet is going to be all about ease of use. So you'll, for example, and this sounds simple, but it's the first time anyone has done it. I'll find you in a list of people. I'll type Alistair and I'll find you in the, just like on Skype where you find people by name, and we'll connect our wallets, and then I can send you cryptocurrencies or even eventually pounds. Could be for payments, could be for remittances to people, relatives. I could just send it to you by name. So I'll see your picture, I'll see your face, and I'll say, send Alistair 1 Bitcoin, and it will happen without any technology, cutting and pasting, or difficult, the kinds of things that people have to go through today. It'll look kind of boring, like a normal sort of PayPal interface, but this is new because what we're doing here is transferring value from one person to another with no central server or data center.
The current system is very heavily regulated for obvious reasons, and that's sort of changed and evolved over years. What about the cryptocurrencies? Because at the moment, the amount of regulation that's surrounding it seems to be fairly limited. Do you think we're going to get a lot more? Do you see it becoming more mainstream?
So first of all, I've written an open letter to the SEC that people can find online saying that I'm not sure that regulation actually works today. So we have a lot of regulation about anti-money laundering and anti-terrorist financing, and I honestly believe that terrorists and money launderers are getting away with what they want to do without any real problem. So I don't believe that today's regulation in the banking world really protects many people from much of anything. I'm not a big believer in regulation because I don't see evidence that it works. However, we live in the real world and we will have to comply or go to jail, which is bad. So we will be complying, and what it means is people will be establishing accounts. So while you can be anonymous on blockchain, you're not going to be allowed to be anonymous on blockchain. You'll have to be identified, which is called KYC, know your customer. You'll sort of give a picture of your passport and say your current address, and that's what we'll be doing in our wallet. And then you'll be identified so then you can make transactions. Frankly, it's a bit more dangerous because I don't think you want to be identified on all transactions. I mean, this is why a lot of people use cash. There's now more $100 bills in the world than there are $20 bills because cash is very useful to a lot of people for a lot of purposes. So I think it's actually a bit less safe, but that's the direction it's going. You have to think in terms of accounts, which is kind of more the centralized and overseen regulated world, but I expect that's where we're going to be going.
You've talked a lot about the future and the fact that there could be hundreds of millions of wallets on people's phones and so on. Give me a brief glimpse into the future of the wallet and cryptocurrencies generally. What is our life going to be like under this system? How do you see things evolving?
Yeah, so I think personal data, your personal data is on servers everywhere. In almost probably 50 countries, your personal data, from your doctors to your pharmacists to your schools or workplace, your data is in a lot of places. And the one thing we're trying to do with the Pillar Wallet is give you control over your data. So you have all of your data at your control on your wallet, and you can apply it however you like. One project we're doing is in prescriptions, where a doctor will give you a prescription, and you'll be able to then put that out to bid and let pharmacies bid on your prescription. You can choose the one that's closest, the one that delivers, the one that's cheapest and sends mail order. It's up to you, and every refill, you'll have the choice. But also, you'll be gathering your personal data, your prescription history will live in your wallet, so you'll be able to apply it. I hope this happens. You go into a doctor's office, it's a new office, you don't fill out 3 pages of forms anymore and wait until it just says, your wallet just says, hey, I see you're at a new doctor's office, I see you have an appointment, want me to check you in? Yes, that's it. Want me to give your test results to this doctor? Yes. Want me to get it back later, according to whatever the law, or, want me to just give just enough or want me to give more? I'm in control. That's what we're going to be able to do with wallets and the blockchain.
Well, fascinating times ahead, and I think it's inevitable that we are going to see more of this, so it's going to be really interesting to see how it all evolves. David Segal from Pilar, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.